The earthquake zone! And that was not on a camera effect. That was real. Hey guys, welcome to a new episode on the channel. Today we will be talking about earthquake zones. Coincidentally, it's having a thunderstorm right now, which is what some earthquakes actually kind of sound like in sound effects. Whatever, it doesn't actually sound like that during a real earthquake. I just decided that this might be cool, and it was a real one, not a fake one. Just saying it. Back to earthquakes. Earthquakes, we know much more about earthquakes than we did like last century scholar did. Last century scholar was about about 2% of what we know about earthquakes today. That's what the 100th century, last 100th century scholar is actually new. But then later we find out more about stuff that's getting out of touch. Now that we know about earthquakes, we want to know how to predict them. We also want to know why they happen, and also why, and what are the causes of earthquakes. And that's how it works. Oh, that's not a mic. And this is how it works. Everything is in the best way of the world. Everybody might think of the world as some kind of cool and all that stuff. But however, these island stuffs are kind of like the non-professional stuff. Let's just say here that there's a lot of stuff that don't actually happen that well. We might find out about earthquakes happening all of a sudden, and some earthquakes do happen because of volcanoes. And sometimes volcanoes and earthquakes happen at the same time. But however, we want to know accurately when earthquakes will happen. Then a lot of smart people started asking that question themselves. And then one Japanese person thought of this answer. Yes, I know how to do it, and explains a very, 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 very boring thing, and says that the next earthquake will be predicted, and this hiker, who has 100 to 150 years later, has 100 to 150 span of earthquakes. But however, that is kind of more like a forecast instead of a prediction. So scientists started looking for real predictions, and when they mean real, I mean real. Then these real predictions happened a lot like this. Let's just say that the predictions in this world are in the great stuff. But like how greats are like in something you can describe everything as great, goo. Everything of earthquakes predicting might be a lie. Maybe the sea ram of to tell you is not real, but there's some evidence supporting it. So let's see. Are you a squid? If you are, pause the video right now and delete it from your downloads if you downloaded it already. Get ready, unless you're a squid. Earthquakes, the pre-slip. There's this experiment that happened when a person tried to create a simulation of earthquake. He found out that his simulation done some kind of a slip before. It's kind of a slip before making a rumbling of an earthquake. And yeah, some kind of slip. Yeah, something like that. And then this was probably the best experiment yet found for these earthquake people. So, how did he find out about predicting the earthquake really? Well, no one knows actually. So let's just find out if we actually do find out about earthquakes themselves. Now, earthquakes are in the world of predomination. And predomination might be something that we might not really want to do anything about it. But however, thinking of predomination might be the same as thinking about how to predict earthquakes, which is controlling the world of how to predict earthquakes. This is a good thing because once we know about earthquake predictions and how accurate we can get to them, we might find out about ways of how to actually save 1,000,000 deaths. That is a good thing. And then some people went to this desert in California, and then they found out something really cool. They went to a fault inside there, and went all the way deep into the fault. it's just a scratch of the surface. So yeah, they didn't. And then years went by, and then an earthquake finally happened for these results. And then they find out that there was nothing actually same. Everything was same. But instead of giving up hope like most scientists might do, they decided to dig deeper. And this deepness was in the bad parts. Everything was in the bad parts. And I guess this is some kind of joke to you. But however, once they got deeper into the deepest part of the fault, they found out that, well, to be honest here, they found out that everything was into the bad stuff. They found out that the pre-slip might be real. Do you remember how the pre-slip series says that there should be a slip? Well, if there's supposed to be a slip, then there has to be a crack in it. There was a crack already formed there, but then when the pre-slip happened, like 10 hours before the earthquake, the crack widened slightly, and then the earthquake happened. This proves that the pre-slip theory might actually be real. So, once we actually do figure out that the pre-slip theory is real, we'll be starting to use it for some early earthquake detectors. So let's hope that we'll find it until then. And until then, we'll find you in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next episode. Shinhan out. Peace.